Hello students, today we're going to talk about ratio tables and graphs. A ratio table is a way to compare quantities. Okay, so for our first example, Todd earns $3 for every 5 chores he completes on his chore chart. Find equivalent ratios using the ratio table below. So I know, based off of my sentence stem here, my question, that Todd earns $3 for every 5 chores that he completes. So in my ratio table here, under chores, I'm going to go ahead and put 5. And for the total, I'm going to put $3. Now this ratio from chores to total is 5 to 3. Because I got to keep the same order. I have 5 chores for $3. Chores to total, 5 chores for $3. Now, if I was to double that amount in my table here, that would make his chores 10 and his total amount $6. If I was to triple my amount of chores, that would be 15, and the total would be 9. If I was to multiply the chores by 4, 5 times 4 is 20, and my total would be $12. And if I was to multiply his chores by 5 days out of the week of doing chores, he would have made $15. Now, each of these chores and totals, as they get bigger, still hang on to that 5 to 3 ratio, because we can simplify each of those ratios down to get back to our original 5 to 3 ratio. All we did was scale up by 2, by 3, by 4, and by 5 from our original chores to total. So question A says, how are the number of chores and the amount of money earned related? Well, for every 5 chores that Todd does, or however many he completes, he earns $3. So that's what you can write here. For every 5 chores Todd completes, he gets $3. Okay. And question B says, how are the values in the chores column related? The chores continue to increase by 5 when we look at our chores column. So you can write that down. The chores increase by 5. Okay, so we're multiplying, but if you look at it, we start with 5 chores and get to 10, 15, 20, and 25. So we're just increasing by 5 as we fill out that chore chart. Question C asks, how are the values in the total column related? Those values in the total column increase by $3. The total money earned for every 5 chores increases by $3. And finally, question D, what do you notice about the ratio column? All the ratios will simplify to 5 chores for every $3, as the ratios are equivalent. So go ahead and write all the ratios simplify to 5 chores to $3. That ratio never changes. All of our ratios are equivalent. So all we did was scale up from our original 5 to 3 ratio. Now if you scroll down, looking at question number 2, it says Mr. Baker is making pancakes and reads the recipe on the back of the pancake box. Use the information in the table to determine the ratio of cups of pancake mix to cups of water. So if I look at my first ratio here, this box here is my first fraction, my first ratio, and it says for every 1 cup of pancake mix, I need 1.5 cups of water. And that continues to increase as we go through our ratio table. If I double my amount of pancake mix, so looking at this next box here, then I also have to double my amount of cups of water. So the constant ratio is going to be 1 cup of pancake mix to 1.5 or 1.5 cups of water. Question B says, how many cups of pancake mix will be needed if there are 15 cups of water? So what I'm going to do at this point is set up your ratio table, and then I want you to try and solve this one on your own. So if we pick up where we left off, our ratio table ended for every 6 cups of water, or mix, you get 9 cups of water. So if you just continue with your ratio table, you can draw out a ratio table here. Okay. I know that for every mix, cups of mix, I'm going to put an M for mix and a W for water. If I left off at a 6 to 9, so my mix is now going to increase to 7, I'm going to add 1.5 to my cups of water, okay, which would be 10.5. And then I want you to just keep increasing. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And try and complete this ratio table, getting up to 15 cups of water to figure out how many cups of pancake mix you're going to need. Record your answers on your notes page, and we'll talk about it when you get to the teacher table.